Good morning. This is Mary Murphy outside the federal courthouse in Brooklyn for day 6 of deliberations in the El Chapo trial. You can see I'm all bundled up. That's because it has started to snow. I want to give you a sense of what it looks like around here. You're looking, at all the police vehicles that are lined up here on Tillery Street. We have heavy weaponry inside the cat cars. They're not really cars. They're blue trucks that the Marshals have from the federal government, and they're here with the NYPD doing the security detail around the perimeter of the courthouse. A lot of people thought we would have a verdict by now. That has not happened. It's not totally surprising because, as I've been explaining to many of the viewers, the verdict sheets are rather complicated. 8 pages, 10 criminal counts. The top count accuses the 61-year-old Mexican drug billionaire Joaquin El Chapo Guzman Loera of running a continuing criminal enterprise, pumping hundreds of thousands of tons of cocaine and heroin and marijuana and methamphetamines into the United States over a 25-year period. Now, what makes this all so complicated is that the jury of 8 women, it turns out, and 4 men are being asked to look at like 27 violations just in the first count and to say whether or not they believe that he trafficked these drugs into the United States at various periods, 2004, 2008. Now look over here. These are all the camera crews that line up on Tillery Street every morning waiting for the arrival of El Chapo's wife or his legal team. I was talking in court to one of his defense attorneys yesterday, Jeffrey Lichtman, who is New York based, and he's well known. He worked on the Junior Gotti trials for many years and was rather successful. He told me actually that he hasn't lost a case in 11 years. He told me that when he was in Spanish class as a teenager, that his name in Spanish, Jeffrey, was Joaquin, and his client is Joaquin. So we were rather amused about that yesterday. And when El Chapo came into the courtroom in the afternoon, when the jury wanted to get some readback of testimony, he seemed very happy with his attorneys that the jury is asking so many questions, that they're not doing a slam dunk verdict. And you see here now, whenever anyone arrives, there's always a big media pack chasing lawyers. It's a little bit dangerous. This is listen.
I think they're confused. Why would they be? Could I have been more clear? You think the charges are too complicated? That's what the government said. They're the ones that brought it.
You see the Homeland Security agents are following the attorney, Jeffrey Lichtman, into court. And one of the reporters just asked, do you think the jury is having a hard time with the charges because they're too complicated, hard to understand? And he said, you'd have to ask the jury.